Actually, I had a question by one of the ladies that attended the last event, and she said to me, how is the audience different? And with the singles matrix, then maybe a match.com. And I said, well, look, you made it out to this event. Did you like what you heard? Did you enjoy it? And she goes, yeah, I really enjoyed the interview with you guys, and I learned so much from it. I said, fantastic. And I imagine, okay, that you mingled and other people were here, and maybe a few single guys were here, that stuck out through this whole presentation. They have instantly pre-qualified themselves as like-minded.
Exactly.
Because if they were not into this relationship stuff, they would just leave, right?
Absolutely.
But if they're here, and they came here, and this perhaps is not even their first time, the second time, they've already pre-qualified themselves of being in the right state for a relationship. They're open-minded.
Right.
They want to get educated, right? They want to meet another person. They're here. So look at how many things you've already kind of got out of the way in terms of qualifying them as a potential partner, right? Just by being here, you've already screened them in terms of, okay, he is open-minded. That's crucial for a successful relationship. He's single, obviously, but he's interested in improving himself. And you're too. And guess what? If you continue to come to these events, what will that be in your relationship? Will it be something that you can always go back to and say, we can learn from this, we can implement it for us? Will that be a powerful enabler for you to be successful? And she just totally got it. She said, yes, I totally see that. I said, would you rather do that, use that medium to find your partner, or go to, a Match.com steer event where you guys learn how to, put together a new salad?
Right.
Where is it more meaningful? She totally got it.
Yeah, no kidding. You hit the nail right on the head.
Yeah.
I think it basically cleared all the date sites out of my life, because I am so fed up what I've heard and what I've experienced. I am tired of the experience and need to understand that if we are reaching a time period where our consciousness is actually beginning to invest in its unity rather than its separation, this is a tool that has so much power and benefit invested into it that the individual gets to set. Somebody else isn't doing it for you. Right. On date sites, who are these people?
Right.
Where did they come from?
It's actually scary.
50 or 60% of them aren't even real. And you attempt to have a communication with a brick wall in the process. That is not an engine that's going to create relationships.
No, it's not.
It's not.
But the fact of the matter is this, dating sites are financially incentivized to make sure you don't meet anybody.
Yeah, we did talk about that.
It's a ruse, it's a trick, it's
So, they benefit as long as you're single.
But isn't it true that it really, in the same way that a live event like that, where somebody is already pre-qualifying people, that even the website itself is sort of because it's focused on relationship. Why would you join this website if you weren't already focused on developing a relationship?
Yeah.
So that is a big nugget of gold, I see.
Yeah, because it's a social network rather than just a dating site, you have to reveal yourself. It's not an option not to.
Right.
Whereas a dating site, you can hide behind a short description, some personal data about yourself, and the short description doesn't have to be written by, it doesn't even have to be written by you. It could be written by somebody else.
Well, look at how
you
many
can
people
copy
do
it
that
and
as a
change a few
living.
words. And however, when you have an ongoing dialogue and you reveal yourself on an ongoing basis, people understand who you are, right? It's really, really easy to start getting who the person is. And so that's why, in my mind, dating sites are what I would call the first evolution of a place for people to meet online. Was let's just create a place for two single people to go. But it's kind of Web 1.0 thinking. It's just a transactional. They can meet, they can exchange phone numbers, no more than a personal as in a newspaper. That's really what happened.
Right,
They took the personals in the newspaper and they said, let's take this ad.
Yep.
I'm single, 38, no children, with a dog, and looking for similar. Let's take that and create something like that online. And that's Match.com.
And you had a picture, that's it.
Right. That's Match.com with the spin that it's online.
It's very one-dimensional.
It's extremely one-dimensional, and it's also inauthentic because people lie, and of course a lot of that comes through. Whereas if you move down the timeline, now you're looking at a social type of interaction where people basically converse.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a one-stop, here is my ad, see if you fit. It's, here is who I am. Mm-hmm. Now do you fit?
Exactly.
And who do I attract, right? And I'm not just limiting myself to connecting with, a potential, significant other. I want to meet people who are like-minded. Mm-hmm. I want to friend other people who share my view of the world, that, see my point of view, or perhaps can educate me about theirs. So it's a much more dynamic, much more multifaceted. And by doing these interactions, you're obviously creating an opportunity for a third party looking in, saying, oh, okay, I get what this person is about. It's interesting that, in fact, this is actually really interesting. Most of the dating sites out there today do not have live chat.
No.
Why?
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, Match.com doesn't have live chat.
But like you said,
I
they don't want
remember
you
when
to
they
get,
did,
they don't want
and
you
I
to
got
move further than
pissed
you
when
are.
they took it away.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Match.com, OkCupid, eHarmony particularly, Chemistry.com. None of these guys have online chat. Yeah, I'm saying that the world is vested in your failure.
Absolutely.
Okay, and so if I place you as someone who is failing, then I'm already doing better than you.
Yes.
It's just a one-upmanship.
Yeah.
It is. It's always happening, always going on.
Yeah, the one-up.
The one-upmanship, and even when that's not happening, people who are in a certain state, they don't want to be alone. They want to make sure you're staying there with them.
Right.
They love company. Misery, drama. I mean, that's the whole thing with the gal you just befriended. She wanted drama, so she just kept going and going and going. She wanted to do somebody join her in her, unrequited anger.
Well, they get really pissed if you don't join them.
Yeah, if you don't join them, they just want to go
So
further.
success, somewhat like what he's saying, is similar to that. You are constantly being told that you will fail, or that as long as you don't have the money, we have the money. So there's so many things that are structured in that way that you lose because you are doing what you always do. There is no benefit to your existence. Whereas a network such as this has the ability of, like he said, you are doing exactly what you have always done, the way that you communicate, the way that you relate. Right. You can improve the quality of that. Not only that, you can benefit for somewhat to yourself, because you do have the gift of being human, the gift of being able to relate. It's not that you necessarily need to be paid for that, but if you can have a reception from it, that can be considered prosperity, because you have succeeded in the sense of being human, in the fact that you are relating. You are not doing anything less than what you would normally do.